Hello everybody, today is Tuesday, January 23rd. It's 3:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On my right is my computer clock. You can see today's date and the time. And then on my left is the time and sales for the E-mini S&P, currently trading at 2841.50. Pretty decent day for the auto trader today. First up is the DAX on a 150 tick chart, just a regular 150 tick. And this basically hit its goal of 1550 with a tick of slippage. Really had only a losing trade on the second contract here. The trade overall was a winning trade, but this got out just a little less than break even. So on this one I'm actually going to trail the stop a little tighter on this and see if I can close these gaps on these trades drawing down so much. So what I'm going to do is change this to a percentage trail stop of only about 20%. A percentage trail stop takes profits on the highest profit achieved. So if one of these bars was a long spike down, it would be from the maximum amount of ticks, and then it would trail from that point. So anyway, pretty solid performance on this chart. This is the template for this chart, and then our goal is 1550. And what I did here, this is after today, we'll be trailing by percentage profit at 35 ticks by 20%. Okay, next up is the Nasdaq on the 987 tick high Kanashii chart. This is using our line break logic. You can see the line break signals here, and we had a couple of winners and a couple of losers, ultimately closing at 12.95. Our goal on this one is 1300, so only $5 slippage on this chart. Okay, next up is the Russell on a 233 tick high Kanashii chart. A number of trades, probably 7 or 8 trades, but hardly a loser here. You can see our equity graph stair-stepping up, and here are the trades here. So catching these swings, and most of these being winners, is testimony to the auto trader being able to catch these kinds of swings with pretty great accuracy. The template on this is this one here, and then our goal on this one was 1500, so obviously came shy of our goal, and we probably exited because of time. Our exit time here is half past the hour at 3 p.m. and that turned out to be pretty solid. Okay, next up is the E-mini S&P on a 987 tick line break chart. We are currently long 3 contracts here. We have a closed P&L of 725. Here's the equity curve. Drew down on the second trade by just a few $100s, and followed by a nice long and then a short here, and then we had an equity high of about 800 and then drew down to minus 100 and then came back. So pretty active on this chart. Equity high of 800 or so twice, and then giving some back, and now we're currently long with an open P&L of about $75. So looking at the pattern here, if this finishes with a strong close, then we'll do pretty well on this chart. Maybe hit our goal. As we're trading 3 contracts here, we only need a couple of points to hit our goal, and it's looking pretty good here. It's only about 15 minutes before the close. So once again, this is a live position. You can see our entry right here at the close of the bar. It's a limit order at the close of the bar, and we're just about $50 from our goal. I think our goal on this one is $1,000, so very close. I'm just going to watch this for a second and see. Let's see what our goal is exactly. It's actually 1,300. Alright, we'll come back to this and see if it finishes at our goal. If it pops to the upside, if it comes up and tests this high, then we will hit our goal. But it's looking pretty good. Okay, next up is the E-mini S&P on a Super Inco 4 tick This has a second time frame of Super Renko 2 tick. We've seen this chart quite a bit. It's been pretty consistent, and it looks like we only had 2 trades here back to back, a long and a short. You can see them here. Very familiar pattern, this back to back kind of action that we see frequently with the auto trader. This did 725 for the day. Here's the template, and our goal on this is only 750, and this is trading only 2 contracts, so 750, pretty strong. Okay, coming back to this chart here, we're just over $1,000 in profit. It's near the end of the day. It may come up and hit its goal, but I want to show you a feature on the auto trader here that's pretty cool. This RTS stands for real-time settings. We can change the profit goal on the fly, and so here I'm going to just change it to 1200 since we're so close. And so you can do this without disturbing the auto trader. What I'll do here is, actually I'm going to change it to 1100, and well, there you go. It hit our goal, probably based on that I just put 1 here and hesitated. So point being, we're out of this trade with close to $1,000 profit with just a few minutes to trade. No sense risking it and having a pullback here. It might go higher, but no apologies for that. But it was an opportunity for me to show you how you could change your goal on the fly. Okay, modest gain in the bonds of 406 for the day. A number of trades up and down here, but finishing on the plus side of the ledger. That's always good. Okay, the Russell on a Super Renko 2 tick with a 4 tick higher time frame. And so basically I took this idea from the E-mini S&P and adapted it over here to the Russell, and this looks pretty darn good to me. Look at the swings in sync with the higher time frame. Now if I scroll back in the chart, it looks like we had some choppy action. This chart was quite active today, so on closer look, quite a few trades here, but with a strong finish. 855 very well, and kind of shows how the higher time frame can work. Okay, next up is the crude oil on a regular 150 tick Kanashii chart, and if I scrunch the chart up, this was pretty active today. There was quite a few trades here in the crude, but looking at the indicators, we have some very nice looking signals lining up with our precision oscillator, and it did 730 for the day, so pretty respectable performance. And then finally we have the Nasdaq on the Super Renko 10 tick. This finished at 445, but we had an equity high of over $1,000. Really strong start up till about 11 in the morning, and then we ran into some trouble. Our equity high was about 1400, and then we got slammed with a drawdown here and only recovered a little bit. So perhaps we might want to move the target here. It just came within a couple of $100 of this target. So again, that's a call you have to make. I don't, as stated before, I don't spend a great deal of time really tweaking these charts and trying to fit the data. It kind of is what it is. If I notice a pattern, then I may make some adjustments. That's all for today's video. If you'd like to find out more, please visit our website at bluewavetrading.com or send us an email to systems@bluewavetrading.com. Thank you for watching today.